Hi, everyone. Good morning, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you happen to be. This is Insane Rider, and I'm looking forward to hopefully doing some channel battles with some of you. Over the last week, I've been learning how to stream, and I've actually been having some streaming problems. So I'm going to start off. I think I finally have all my tunnel-sounding microphone fixed. However, I have a couple of people on standby who are going to tune in for a moment, just to confirm everything's good. In the meantime, the plan is I'm going to host some private matches. You'll put in the password, all lowercase, budgetgame, BUDGETGAME. And if there's multiple people, we may get linked up, we may not, but hopefully we can have some fun with some matches. And if you do end up having a match with someone else, if you just want to report and chat how you did, if you won or lost, I'd just kind of be curious how people are doing. So let me go ahead and just get a quick confirmation on my sound check, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got a thumbs up. Sounds like my sound is good. So at this point in time, let me just go ahead and kind of start with kind of what I've been up to for my channel and what I have coming up. Right now I'm working on what I call my Pew Pew Poison deck build out. I should have that hopefully done this weekend and have that on the channel. I'm also working on, and maybe you've all have already heard, or maybe not, but there's going to be a new event coming up where we can win little token awards, kind of like those ribbons that we had for the last event. And if you win 2 consecutive matches in a row, you get 1 level, and it's all the way up to 5 consecutive matches. And so I'm putting together a video right now that kind of covers the potential options on what what you might want to think about. Are you going to go with a meta deck? Are you going to, is it going to be a Mewtwo Gardevoir? Are you going to go with Pikachu EX with maybe Raichu? Or maybe you're going to, the latest hottest decks are kind of been centered around Charizard EX and Arcanine EX. Perhaps that'll be an option. And then I'll touch upon some of the kind of the anti-meta decks. Mankey, Primeape, Kabutops is my favorite. And then as well, probably cover some of the more spicy options like a Team Rocket deck or maybe a Jigglypuff Hypno Sleep deck, especially now with that new Jigglypuff card. Or, a couple other spicy options. In the end, I'll give my recommendation on my top 3 decks. So this is a little kind of a heads up that video is also coming out hopefully this weekend. I'm just gathering all the details right now. As you may or may not know, I pay a lot of close attention to the different tournaments going on. I like to kind of see, what's popular currently, what's kind of trending, what's kind of on the horizon. I know here in probably about a month, everything's going to kind of change with the meta when the new packs come out. But until then, it's kind of fun just to kind of stay in touch with. So with all that said, I'm ready to go ahead and have some matches. So I've got my Poison deck that I'm currently working on. And I would like to see how that kind of plays out. Real quick, I just had a message that chat wasn't showing up. So let me just make sure I got chat going here. Give me one moment. Okay, yep, we got chat there as well. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and dive in. Again, the password is budgetgame. Most of my viewers I know are from India or Indonesia. I'm in the USA West Coast, actually the state of Washington, so in the Pacific Northwest. So I assume we shouldn't have any issues, though, however, connecting and gaming, but let's kind of find out. So don't know if we have enough people on to even give this a try, but let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and start a search here under Budget Game. I'll give this a few tries, see if I connect. All right, no luck so far. I know I just have a couple of viewers on. All right, so I have my first match coming up. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. All right, I'm going up against Nico. See, what is he leading with? So I'm playing a poison deck, a dark poison deck right now. This is part of my new video I'm working on. I'm just kind of fine-tuning it. I've been pretty happy with it. I've had some really good success with it. You know, a lot of these games, it all comes down to the hand you're dealt. But I've really enjoyed it so far. It looks like... Let's see what Nico's... All right, we're going with a lightning deck. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get my coffee out. And unfortunately, I won the coin flip. I usually like to lose the coin flip. But with that said, that's about all I can do. So I'll go ahead and end my turn. Turn 1's completed, on to turn 2. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Zapdos. All right. Waiting for my opponent. Wow, full bench already. That looks pretty impressive. I see a Jigglypuff, 3 lightning. All right. Let's see what I got going here. So with this particular deck, this poison deck I've been working on, the key to this deck is the Muck. Muck hits really hard when he can put down damage on a Pokemon that's already been poisoned. Very, very strong. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of get things started here. And let's just go ahead and get poisonous gas started. So I'm going to put poisonous gas on the Pikachu. So for those of you maybe not familiar with the poison state is basically 10 points a turn. However, you cannot get rid of it. It's not like a coin flip type thing. Poisoned, actually, you either need to retreat to the bench, or your card return to your hand, or evolve your card is the only way you can get rid of the poison state. And the key of this poison deck that I'm working on is all about making sure that you get poison on the Pokemon and then get your Muck into position and let Muck basically do all the work for you. Now this deck is kind of set up to be a early to mid game range deck. If you get into extended long matches, you're probably going to be outmatched by the stronger decks that, when they have time to build up, hit a lot harder. So really, the goal of this deck is to kind of win early. You get out, get a fast start, try to place well early. All right, so let's see what I have here. So I need that 3 energy on my Muck to get going. He's already got a Zapdos started on me there. I will go ahead and, just to protect my grammar so I don't lose it, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. I still don't have enough dark energy yet, but I'll go ahead and place my dark energy. And the only thing left in my hand is a couple of retreats, which I really don't want to do. So looks like my turn's done. Okay. Feel free to say hi if you're interested in. Just drop a hi on the chat. I know most of my viewers are from Indonesia and India, but it'd be great to say hi if you can, but don't worry about it if you can. Hopefully we have a few people looking to battle. So as soon as this battle's over, I'm just asking you, just go ahead and put in budget game as a password for a private match, and perhaps we'll get linked up. If there's multiple people trying that at once, then you may end up playing with someone else, but it's all fun. It's a Friday night here, so looking forward to getting some good matches in. All right, so looks like I finally got my 3rd energy, so my Muck's going to be powered up. And I've been kind of skipping this. I have to be active for wheezing, so I really don't have anything right now to get the poison going. So I'm just going to go ahead and work down damage, just normal attacks. What I like to do is you get a hard hitter up front, let's say like an EX card. Maybe it's a Pikachu or a Mewtwo or, you know, a Zapdos or something like that. Usually something someone doesn't necessarily want to retreat right away. Try to get it poisoned, get that state started, and then either force them to retreat or, you know, get my muck into play with the poison status already going and then starting to hit really hard. So muck does an extra 50 points of damage if you can hit a poisoned Pokemon. All right, so I've got a couple things here. I think I'm going to start off. It looks like Zapdos is going to go down here. So I've got... don't need to use Giovanni. Red card could buy me some advantage. 4 cards, I could change it out to 3. That's not a big change, but you know, maybe sometimes it just kind of changes the tide that a couple good cards look like Nico might have had. Maybe he lost those. Definitely don't need to retreat, and so at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and attack. One nice thing about this deck is there are no EX cards. 3 diamond is the highest, so I don't have to worry about any 2-point shots against me. Okay, and here comes a Wigglytuff. One of my favorite cards and one of my favorite decks is my sleep deck. I like to play that one quite a bit. Wigglytuff, Hypno. Drowsy and Jigglypuff kind of setting the table. Now that Jigglypuff has a new variation of a card that does sleep, that's been a game changer. And I'll probably actually play that deck tonight as well. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. All right, so I've been kind of easily kind of moving on. So finally got a Professor's Research. If I have a Pokeball, I usually like to use the Pokeball first, just to make sure I pull out any other basic Pokemon if I know I haven't have all of them on the table, so that I don't waste a Professor's Research, one of my 2 draws, pulling out a basic Pokemon. Okay. At this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start assigning some energy to my back here. So 80, he needs 3 to do Sleepy Song, so I don't see a Zapdos yet, so I'm going to go ahead and attack again. Feel free to get ready to queue up. Play your favorite deck or play a deck that you're just wanting to kind of try or experiment with. This is definitely not high stakes competition here. I just enjoy friendly, casual battles. Win or lose, it's all good as long as I'm having fun, and I hope you all feel the same on that. If you are looking for more competition tournaments, Limitless TCG website, it's a great place to check out. There are a ton of hosted matches every day, especially on the weekends. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get out my Pokeball. And from there, looks like Nico's having a hard time getting his hand going tonight. Almost. See here, let's go ahead and use a potion. I'm expecting with his next one, there's an 80 coming up towards me. I could go ahead and sacrifice, but then he could retreat as well. He doesn't have any energy on the bench, but I'm not looking all that strong myself. So I think this is what I'll do, is I'll go ahead, use a couple of the X speeds on this deck. I definitely like to have a couple of X speeds. That'll reduce my retreat cost. I'll bring him down. I'll bring Wheezing into the active spot. And I'm going to go ahead and assign this energy back over here because I have everything I need on Wheezing. And I got my Pokeball. Let's go ahead and see if I bring my last Grimer out. I'm set there. Now, one interesting thing about this particular deck is the fact that... oh, I ran out of time. You don't put a Sabrina in this, because you don't want to be pushing Pokemon out of the active position. Because by doing so, you're literally undoing the poison status that you're trying to basically afflict on them. So I don't have any Sabrinas on this particular this deck. All right, so I'm asleep. He's poisoned. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my other Weezing out, and I'm gonna play my Grimer. And since I'm asleep, I can't really attack. So I'm not in the best of positions here. And let's see. I think that's... I will go ahead... Man, I can't retreat either, because again, once you're sleeping, it won't let you... You know, I can't retreat or do anything I need to do. So that basically looks like it's... I'll let in my turn there. All right, here's my checkup. And I'm back to being awake. All right. Okay. So Wigglytuff's not going to be easy. Still has a decent amount of health, and that's a Sleepy Song I know will probably be coming my way again. Like to get my Muck back into the active spot, especially with Wigglytuff being poisoned. Unless he brings Wigglytuff back. I don't know if anyone else has a favorite poison deck, but if you do, I'd love to hear what you're running. You could just drop it in chat what your deck build out looks like. Or a comment if you're watching this after the live stream. All right, good job, Nico. I'm going to go ahead with that, bring out my main gun. And with that, it looks like the Muck will go ahead and finish things off for me. This deck kind of reminds me of playing a Blaine Trainer Fire deck, where you're really gunning to get your Ninetales on the table and into the active spot. That's a really fun deck. I use that deck to complete the Venusaur mission events, and I actually finished it in about 2.5 hours, and also completed getting a Venusaur card in all 9 languages, and that video will be released tonight at midnight my time, so in about 3 hours 40 minutes from now. Okay, then Nico, thanks. And with that, I'll go ahead and switch my decks up a little bit. So that was one with... Let's go, I'll try my sleep deck. So this sleep deck, I'll just give everyone a quick peek of what I'm playing for a sleep deck. If you have any suggestions or alternative builds that you like, let me know. 2 Drowsy, 2 Hypno. 2 of the Jigglypuff from the new Venusaur event, which that 1 energy sleep is very nice. 2 Kangaskhan. Basically like to use the crazy kangaroo, as I call him, to be a front wall. Give me time to get either my Wigglytuff ready to go, or Wiggly and a Hypno, but basically to kind of build things up with him being a front wall, and then being able to kind of go with my offensive of trying to get all my sleep attacks in. And then, you know, just kind of your typical potions. I got some speed, Pokeballs, Professor Research, and Giovanni. All right, so with that said, let me go ahead and dive back in. Another private match. Again, the password is budgetgame, all lowercase. BUDGETGAME. And with that, let me go ahead and see if I connect with anyone. All right. Oh, looks like I could grab Nico again. All right. No worries. Let's go ahead and see what we're up against this time. And I know I've got at least a few other viewers on, so if you're on, feel free to say hi in chat. If not, thanks for at least watching and listening in. And you're always welcome to, join a match as well. So, Sleep Deck, Jigglypuff, Drowsy. That's a pretty good start. I'm usually playing decks. I'm kind of a fan of 8 Pokemon decks with 12 cards, supporter and item cards to kind of have a good variety and flexibility on what to do and how to play. Occasionally I'll run nine Pokemon, maybe a Mewtwo EX deck. I'll add in an extra regular Mewtwo as an example. Okay. Go ahead and use my professor's research. I should have done the Pokeball first. I didn't even notice I had it there. Okay. And I can't assign any energy, nothing else I can really do, so with that I'm done. I feel like if you win the coin flip, you actually really lost. Alright, so Kid Gamer must be Nico. Nico's playing his water deck. Let's see what he's got in store for me this turn. All right. I'm glad to hear that I at least don't have my tunnel microphone going on, so that's a kind of refreshing and a little less stress off of learning this whole streaming portion of YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna get some cards. So I got a stage 1 evolution to my Hypno there, so I'm happy with that. Gonna get my Drowsy out on the table, and I think I'll start off with. Looks like I'm gonna have Psyduck here. Is gonna have 2 attempts at putting Psyduck to sleep. Now, unfortunately, sleeps don't stack. So even if I landed 2 sleeps. Only one of them would be good, and so you only have to break out 1. And Jigglypuff is going to go for a sleep. Now, the nice thing about this one compared to Hypno is Hypno, I have to first land it, and then the opponent gets a chance to get out of it, where with Jigglypuff, it's just straight like just like Wigglytuff, it's just straight putting them to sleep. And I see Nico failed on the sleep, but an evolution to stage 1 fixes that. Looks like Gold Duck's in a great position right now to put the smackdown on me. And again, I'm not looking to win or lose, just looking to have some fun. It's Friday night here on the west coast of the US. I believe probably most of my viewership, India and Indonesia, is probably sometime in the morning is my guess. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So I need to pop somebody forward. I think I'm going to bring my Kangaroo forward. I'm not a big fan of decks that rely on coin flips. I just don't seem to have the associated luck that is needed to effectively use them. But in this case, I can do up to 60 points of damage, but really my intention is to just provide a wall. All right, so there's 1 fail on my part, so this is a heads or tails type of thing. All right, so 1 for 2. And let's go ahead and get my professor's research out. There's my Wigglytuff that I needed a little bit earlier. And with that, I think I'll go ahead and do his Dizzy Punch. Let's see what the coin flips do for me. So I got lucky on the coin flips that time. Not bad. On my video that I'll have out hopefully this weekend on the consecutive 5-win event where you got to win 5 wins to get the highest award. I do talk about in that video about is it really all that smart to build a deck around a coin flip? You know, you could either have really great luck or you could have really bad luck. Typically for myself, the luck's not so hot. All right, so no Wigglytuffs yet, or I need my Jigglypuff. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, put another energy point on Kangaskhan. I have 1x speed. I could reduce it down. So just in case I want to pull him back, I'm kind of in a position to do so. I'm also at risk of losing him, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go for my sleep pendulums. So in that 5 consecutive wins video, I'll be kind of talking about the meta decks. You know, Mewtwo, Gardevoir, Pikachu, whether you're going Voltorb or Raichu. Also talk about Charizard, Arcanine, that's really hot right now. Has been doing really well in tournament play this last week especially. Ocean. So I'll cover those decks. I'll cover kind of the anti-meta decks, like a Mankey, Kabutops, maybe a, let's see, what do I want to do here? Let's just go ahead and attack. Maybe a Marowak EX, Sandslash deck, some of the typical anti-meta decks, and then some spicy. I'll cover some spicy options too, like a sleep deck, a poison deck. And then at the end of the video, I'll have my recommendation on what my thoughts are on what you should go with to get those 5 wins. Okay, so this is a pretty good match. Nico and I are both 1 up. His water deck against my sleep deck. All right, my turn. Let's see what we can do here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and fire off my sleeps just to get those out of the way. That's no luck on that one. Let's try the next one. Nothing there either. Okay, so go ahead and move PowerPoint over to one of my Hypnos. Still wondering where my Jigglypuffs are. And my Pokeballs, for that fact. Nothing else that really looks like I want to do, so at that point I'm just going to go ahead and see how I do with this. 1 out of 2. Yeah. That Poliwrath is looking pretty tough. I've kind of had my eye on that card to put together something kind of built around it. I'm also a big fan of Lapras EX when it comes to the water decks. Big fan of Misty. Doesn't ever seem to go my way, but I think that's a great trainer card. I don't know if anyone else has had any great luck with the water deck. Starmie EX. Greninja is another great one. Okay. Looks like he's building up. See what's coming my way now. And no idea where my Pokeball and where my Jigglypuffs are. The whole key to this deck is really around Wigglytuff. But with Wigglytuff just sitting in my hand the whole time, it's been hard to kind of execute my game plan. Oh, finally. So there's one of my Jigglypuff. I already lost the other one, so now that's all I have. So let's go ahead, and I know I'm gonna need some energy for Sleepy Song, so I'm gonna go ahead and start stacking. From there, let's go ahead and throw out some Sleep Pendulums. Again, I only need 1 to put my opponent to sleep. And even if I landed 2, I can't stack them. That helps there. And at this point, I don't really want to retreat yet, so it looks like Dizzy Punch from the Crazy Kangaroo. And there's another 30. I'm just kind of consistently doing a little bit each time here. Okay. Oh. All right. Heads. How's a good coin flip for Nico? I think I've got some Mega Punch coming my way. It's going to be painful. Let's see, but it looks like right now I am going to place a Hypno up front. Nico contemplating his next move. So far he's been doing really good with this water deck. I'm down to 20. That was a good shot. Okay, so, well, I can finally get a Wiggly. Okay. And from there, I do have the ability. I'm going to have to, let's fire off these sleeps first, and let's see where we end up. Because that kind of has a big key to things, because if I can land a sleep, the opponent's not able to come out of a sleep status until the end of their turn. But both of those coin flips failed me. And it's 1-1. Thankfully, I don't have an EX card up in the active spot to give up 2 points. But I will go ahead and power up Wigglytuff. And I do have 2 X speeds. I think what I'm going to do is I really don't have an attack opportunity here. So I'm going to go ahead and play both of these X speeds. And with both of those played, I can at least retreat back. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm just going to put up my Kangaroo so I know I can at least initiate another attack. And, oh, but I'm too slow. I'm too busy, too much commentary, and miss my turn. Okay. I wonder if I'm the only one that ever takes too long to decide and make moves. So Nico takes me out with that one. Wigglytuff coming up to the active spot. And of course, if I would have landed one of those attacks, I think I would have been able to take out that Poliwrath that's been kind of beating up on me. I'm going to have to keep a little quicker clip here. Alright, so no sense me wasting time with the other one since it's already landed. I know I don't have anything else. I mean, I can throw this out there. It's not really going to do me anything. And let's get this on the table. And let's assign my energy. And let's fire off. Alright, 2 points for Nico, 1 point for PK. That's my in-game name that I go by, PK. Again, my channel is The Budget Gamer. And I go by a YouTube personality name of Insane Writer. Most of all of my videos, I use like AI software. I use an application called Puppetry for my little AI kind of puppet avatars. And then I run everything through AI for a lot of the voice recognition. Let's see here. Well, I know I'm going to sleep him as soon as I attack, so I probably don't have to really worry about anything else. I'm going to use Giovanni. And with that, I'm also going to assign energy over to this other Hypno, kind of build that up. And go ahead and attack with my Wigglytuff. So this is a pretty good match. Sleep deck against a water deck. Alright. Good coin flip by Nico. For me anyway, not for Nico himself, but That's what I'm looking for is tails. All right, so Nico's gonna play a red card. And I'm really about to the end of my deck. This has been a good battle overall. All right, and now Nico got the coin flip that he was looking for. But with that said, okay, so it's 1-2. I know I'm going to put him to sleep again. I know I've got enough damage to take him out. Gyarados is going to go down. I'm going to go ahead and move this over to Hypno. And with that, go ahead and attack. And it's going to tie it up at 2 each. This is actually one of the first... I don't have matches very often where I get all the way through the deck. So, kind of an interesting match this is. Okay. Nico considering what his next move is going to be. Tentacruel. All right. Just waiting for Nico to finish looking through what he's going to do. Okay, Pokeball brings out Magikarp. One of my favorite Pokemon when playing Pokemon Go. I love Magikarp. A shiny one. I just think they look really, really cool. Haven't played much of the Pokemon card game at all. So Pokemon TCG Pocket is really my first jump into gameplay. But I watch a lot of videos. I've kind of studied up, and so I feel pretty confident. Watch a lot of tournament play. Pretty confident in what I've learned and my skills to be able to play. Although I'm far from perfect. Again, my reasoning of why and more of just enjoy casual play. With 2 Hypnos on the bench, but with Wigglytuff in the active spot, I really don't need to spend the time on putting the opponent to sleep, since it's going to happen anyway. But Tentacruel just kind of knocked that to the side and said, nope, sorry. This is a close match. It's 2-2. We're basically down to our last cards. I'm literally out. Nico's got to be close to being out. When this match is over, I'll pick another deck. Again, looking for people to join. Password is budgetgame, BUDGET, all lowercase. Now, how it works is it'll just pair up with 2 people. So you may, if there are multiple people, you may end up paired up with someone else. Or perhaps we'll end up with a match. Just looking to get some matches in with whomever's online and wants to participate. All right. Kingler, that's actually a very, very strong card if you can get your power, your energy to it. So at this point, I'm just going to... Giovanni's not going to really help me because I can still... Well, let's just play Giovanni anyway. I'm going to move some power over here, energy to here, and with that... Go ahead and do that strike. Apply sleep again. Coming down to Nico's coin flip. And he does it. Good coin flip, Nico. This has been a good long battle. We're both out of cards now. Okay, turn 25. And with that, I think that's pretty much gonna finish the match. That was a really good match. That one could have gone either way. Just kind of depends on the hand you're dealt and how, when you don't get a good hand dealt to you, how quick can you recover. All right. Good match, Nico. Nico with his water deck. Okay. All right, sending another thanks over to Nico. So far I've played Poison deck that I'm getting ready to release a video on. This Sleep deck, which I've already have a video out on. Now let's hop over and see what other kind of spicy stuff I have. Let's go with Kabuto. This is one I've been kind of playing around with. I've had some luck on this one. So this one is basically Kabutops, which for these fossils or Pokemon is really fun to play. Kabutops is a blast, basically with Leech Life. Leech Life is a 50-point heal with every damage you do, every hit you do, and on top of that, 140 health is nothing to sneeze at. You do have to go through several evolutions to get there. The nice thing about the Kabutops line is it starts with an item card. So if you want to build out a certain deck that guarantees you a certain starting Pokemon, this fossil line is a great way to do it. In this case, that's exactly what I've done. And I've put in 2 Mewtwo EX, guaranteed that I'm going to start with one of those in the active spot. And my intentions on this is this kind of tank and use Mewtwo as long as I can, and then kind of kick over to Kabutops afterwards. You can kind of see I just got a kind of standard array of different cards. Sabrina, Giovanni, always going to have Professor Oak, Professor's Research. The Dome Fossils is how you start the evolution line for Kabutops. A red card, I kind of go back and forth on the importance of red card. If you all have any input on what you think, I'd like to hear it. My thought is if it was a 60 card deck, probably would make a big difference. You could literally bury a good card, but with a 20 card deck, you know, I don't think it serves as big as purpose other than maybe resetting the number of cards someone has in their hand. So instead of sitting on 6 cards, you can at least reset them to 3. All right, so with that said, there's my what I call my Kabuto. And let's go ahead and jump over. And I'll give this little spicy build a try. All right. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and enter my password again. Again, it's all lowercase budget gamer. And with that, I'm off. If there's anyone out there, I see a few people connected. Feel free to say hi. Feel free to join in. Again, budget game, all lowercase. All right, Nico. Nico's after me tonight. Good deal. All right, so let's see what he's bringing my way this time. Okay. He's had that water match was really tough with his water deck. So I'm starting off with my Mewtwo EX on this kind of the spicy deck. Again, I have Kabutops as the Pokemon evolution line. Starts with an item card. Pretty much guarantees me Mewtwo EX in that active spot. I use this kind of same approach with the Mankey Primate. Using the Promo A card version of Mankey, you're guaranteed to get that Mankey going right away. And then if you can get that Primate on it with some damage, it's a lot of fun doing a lot of damage very early in the matches. I think when you start getting into the later stages of a match, it gets a little more difficult. You become more susceptible to like a Charizard deck or those decks that need a lot of power, but then really hit so hard they pretty much one-shot you. All right, so it looks like another water deck I see Kid Gamer saying, which is Nico. All right, let's see what this one looks like. I'm sitting with a waiting for opponent to set up. Okay. So thank you all who are on listening and watching. Hoping to catch up with you over the next couple hours. Hopefully get in a match or two. I'm going to start off with a Professor's Research. And that's about all I have to do. I'm a little exposed right now with only a single Pokemon out on the table. Of course, it's really early, and I'm at 150 health, so the exposure is not too much. So, okay, let's see what Kid Gamer has in store for me. Okay. Let's see, so I cannot start my fossil line yet. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get moved to EX a point. That Squirtle's already done 20 points of damage to me. Let's get Professor's Research. There's my Dome Fossil. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and place that Dome Fossil down. Pokeball, which is only going to give me my other Mewtwo. So at least now I have something else on the bench that gives me a little backup, so I feel a little more comfortable with that. Doesn't really make sense to play my red card, considering Nico only has 2 cards right now. I can't attack. Doesn't make any sense for me to retreat right now, so with all that, I'm done. Alright. And hopefully my audio is still sounding good. I hope I don't sound like I'm streaming from a garage or a tunnel. It was a problem I had for about a week, but finally got all that worked out through OBS Studio. Okay, what has Nico got up his sleeve this time? We've got Squirtle, who's already done some damage. Oh, already stage 1 evolution to Wartortle. That means we know there's a Blastoise probably on the way. Hopefully later than sooner for my part, but hopefully sooner than later for Nico. Okay. Wow, his bench is building out really well. My Mewtwo's doing exactly kind of what the design is just a kind of tank. I'm going to go ahead and get Kabuto started. So I'm happy with that. I have enough energy now on Mewtwo. Got my Psychic Energy going. Mewtwo is a great card because it only actually uses half Psychic and then half basically colorless. So it can actually lend itself well to some different deck combinations. With that, I am going to... Doesn't make sense to play a Giovanni or a Sabrina at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack. On another side note, this channel has only been around for about 3.5 months, and was just recently awarded a YouTube Silver Play Button Award. I guess out of the 140 million active YouTube channels with content creators, about 2 channels out of every 1,000 earn an award recognition, and YouTube has awarded the Budget Gamer one, so I'm really excited about that, and that was a great move on Nico's part. Looks like him with the Blastoise in the driver's seat looks like some big trouble for me. So I'm going to go Kabutops here. And from there, I think I will... I really wish I had one more energy, which I don't. I'm going to have to go ahead and place that one there. I don't want to put my Kabutops up front yet because I don't have the extra energy to attack with, so I just don't want it sitting there. And Let's see, what else can I do? I'll just go ahead and let's pop Sabrina out. Looks like I need to buy myself some time. So yeah, so the Budget Gamer won a Silver Play Button Award. I was really excited about that. It's a combination of things. You have to have a minimum of 100,000 subscribers. And is there anything else I can do here that I want to do? Nope. You can't have any infractions or issues with your channel. They actually do a review and a peer review of your channel. And if they deem it to their liking, then they issue the award. So I was really excited to win that. We'll actually be receiving in the mail next week the award, and I'll do a kind of a box opening to kind of celebrate that. All right. Blastoise back to the active spot, ready to do some more damage. Nico's got a commanding 2-0 lead. I haven't even scored a point yet. I'm definitely against the ropes. Down to 50 on my Mewtwo. That's one of the things that I'm not the biggest fan of EX Pokemon, is the fact that they give up 2 points. Okay, so I know that I'm going to go ahead and use this X speed here. I need to go ahead and retreat back. Put Kabutops into the lead position here. I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, see, and I'm kind of stuck here because my energy goes back and forth, so... but I have no choice, but I'll go ahead and assign that a point over there. The nice thing about this is typically your energy assignments, again, Mewtwo can kind of go back and forth. It's half and half. I'm going to go ahead and heal a little bit on Mewtwo in case I need to pull him back out. And with that, I think that's about all I'm going to be able to do. So it looks like Mewtwo is probably out of the equation with that Blastoise EX out on the table. And it looks like Nico's kind of a commanding lead on this one. And in the driver's seat. Just another smackdown. Lots of damage every turn. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give my Kabutops that one. Now in this case, maybe I should have saved that heal, because now I can only get myself up to 90, and so I could have been up to 110. So there's a flaw on my logic and how I should have played. That basically brings me out of the match, but I'll go ahead and throw a red card out. Go ahead, and with that, I'll go ahead and attack. That puts me at 90. That heal, though, wouldn't have made enough anyway. It would have only been 10 more. Oh, excuse me, 20 more. Okay. And with that, Nico got me. Good job, Nico. Good job, Kid Gamer. Definitely kind of handed me a good loss on that one. That was a great match. Blastoise is definitely very strong. Sending Nico another thanks. And with that... okay, let me go ahead and take a look at my decks again. I love my Blaine Fire deck. I got a great Ghost deck I enjoy playing. My Heals deck. That one's always fun. I think I will... my Kings of the Sea, that's a great one. Of course, the standard Pikachu EX. I think that one's I have it currently configured as Raichu. I'm going to go with my Mankey Fossils. Yep, let's do that. All right, so again, it's private matches. Password is budget game, all lowercase. You're welcome just to watch. You're welcome to say hi if you'd like, or not. And just type in budget game, and we'll see who I get paired up with. Maybe it'll be Nico again. See if anyone else is out there. I know I don't have too big of a live stream watch. Let's see here. And an opponent, and it's Nico again. Guess it's a night of me versus Nico. So thank you, Nico, for the matches. All right. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. So this deck. Oh, you know, I think I picked the wrong deck. I did. That was not the deck I wanted. I must have been playing around. I wanted the standard Mankey fossil, so my mistake on that. So I'll repeat of this this deck. I still have a lot of faith in this deck, but I did get handed a loss pretty quickly that last match. So okay, I see a grass, fire, water deck. Well, this ought to be interesting to see how this plays out and the energy management that goes with it. Okay, so, well, thankfully Mewtwo has, for his attacks, are half colorless energy and half psychic. So as I switch back and forth, or as I'm given some fighting energy, it still will help out. I'm going to... Not a whole lot else I can do. Anything else I want to do? No. I think... Yeah, I'll just stop there. All right. This ought to be fun. Let's see how... So he's got one. He's got a grass energy to assign this turn. It looks like he's got water energy next turn. I've seen, you know, like... one energy and colorless energy, and I've seen a few decks that are like 2 energy, but 3 energy. This ought to be really interesting. All right, so it looks like Nico's ready to land a seed bomb on me, so he's got the first strike. Okay. Let me think about what I got going here. So I know I'm going to go ahead and assign this Psychic Energy. That meets my requirements to do Psychic Sphere, so that's good there. And with 50 against 50, that's looks like that one's pretty much done. I will go ahead. I'm going to use a potion and heal up. I mean, there's not the biggest of threats early, but I am exposed with only one Pokemon on the table. So other than that, I don't see a need to play anything else I have. I'll go ahead and attack. All right. Nico pretty much handedly beat me last match. This match, it looks like I'm scoring the first point. Kind of curious to watch how this is going to play out. So what does Nico... He has water coming up next. Oh, he's popped out a fire. And he's going to have 2 water energies coming up. So... Okay, well, he's got Charmeleon, who only really needs 1 fire and 2 colorless, so not a bad play. Not a bad play at all. All right, so I'm still struggling with only 1 Pokemon on the table. So I'm still, you know, I've got I should have 1 Pokeball in my deck to pull out the other Mewtwo. And I haven't pulled up either of my Dome Fossil items. So a little bit of a concern. I'm a little bit exposed here. I think I'm going to use my Sabrina card right now and bring that Charmeleon back to the bench. See if I can see what he's going to do there. Maybe kind of spread out his energy a little bit. Now, Ninetales, one of my favorite fire cards. 2 points for 90, 2 energy for 90 points of damage. With that said, let me go ahead and attack. Hey. Now, we know he's got a water. And then he's got a fire afterwards, so Ninetales needs 2 fire, so he's not going to be able to power that one up right away. So, okay, going over the Seadra. Good old Professor Oak. I need a Dome Fossil. But he's not going to give me one. But I am going to place... Wow, I've literally had one Pokemon on the table this entire time. No sense of playing a red card. X-Speeds don't do me any good. I'm just gonna... no sense of doing 150 points, so I'm just gonna do a 50-point attack. And the irony is this one Mewtwo EX card is trying to bring it home for me. Nothing else on the table for me. Okay. Nico thinking about his options here, which probably are not very many, if any. And I don't know how everyone else feels, but I'm okay with conceding. I don't mind if people concede or I concede. I think sometimes it's nice to save the time. If you know it's a lost cause, why waste any more of your time with the other person's time, especially when you're trying to grind for missions and stuff. So, all right. So with that said, let's just go ahead and put this rest. And after Nico handed me an easy win for him and a quick loss for me last match, I returned the favor this time. Okay, so we're about an hour and 5 minutes into the stream, so the plan is for me to go for about another 55 minutes. Again, just doing channel battles with anyone who happens to be on and is interested in participating. More than welcome just to kind of listen in, watch as well. I'm kind of sharing some of my upcoming videos, some of the different things I have going on in the channel, so kind of giving an insight to other things as well. All right, let's look at another deck. Another thanks being sent out to Nico, who's been holding it down with me tonight. I appreciate it. So, I've done a sleep deck. I've done my Kabuto. I got a Fossil Heals. I got some crazy decks. I can't wait for them to add more deck slots. That's definitely something. Tried my Poison. Let me make sure this is my Mankey. This is what I was trying to play. Yep, this is it. So this is actually probably my favorite deck. Leading off with the Mankey promo APAC card that does the Reckless Charge, causes damage. Primeape with damaged, is doing 100 points. It's a 2 energy attack. It's only a 1 stage evolution. Then you couple that with the Fossil line, the Kabutops, which can only get started with a Dome Fossil. And so you're pretty much guaranteed to get your Mankey up and going right away. So let's go ahead and... This is the deck I wanted to play last match. Let's make sure I select it this time. Alright, so private match. Yeah, that's the one I want to go with. My Mankey Fossils. Again, we're just putting in all lowercase. Budget game. And let's see if I've got Nico again, or perhaps someone else. It all just depends on who's trying. Here we go. All right, it's searching. Okay, see if anyone's out there, see if we connect. Matchmaking error. All right, let me go ahead and try that again. See what happens here. Okay. Oh, art girl. And see what we have here. Okay, won the coin flip. Not something I'm excited for, but gonna go ahead and put my Mankey down. And let's see. We had start battle. Not a whole lot else I can do right now. And let's see what my opponent's got going. Looks like a fire deck. Okay. Heatmore in the active spot. We've got Growlithe and Ponyta on the bench. All right. Start off with the professors. Come on, Professor Oak. Give me something good. Looking for something good. Nope. Nothing really else I can do, so with that, I am going to go end my turn. Alright, let's see what Art Girl's up to. Looks like powering up her Heatmore. She's got a full bench. And it looks like she's attacking. Alright. So there's my Mankey that I was looking for. I'm going to go ahead and... Right. Really could use my Primeape though. Where is that crazy Primeape? Alright, so I'm at risk right now. I do have a potion. Heal up 20, at least protect me from one more hit from Heatmore. Can go ahead and get some energy. Although, as soon as I probably wasn't the smartest move. Because I'll end up hurting myself. Let's see here. What I really need is a Primeape. Got a Dome Fossil. And not quite getting what I'm looking for. So with all of that, looks like I'm going to not attack. So there was my mistake there, assigning energy to that Mankey. I should have assigned it to the one on the bench. With that, I'm done. All right, let's see what Art Girl has in store for me. She's off to a good start. Looks like he added to her hand. Okay, looks like another attack. My Mankey's down to 10, so I'm not off to too good of a start here. Let's see. I'm gonna get my Kabuto going. And, you know, that Mankey's at risk, so... And I haven't seen that Primeape, so I think what my plan of attack here is going to be... So I want to use... the nice thing about the fossils is this deck in general, its retreat cost is really low. So it doesn't take having much XP on hand to do what you need to do. With that said, I think I'm going to go ahead and spend an energy point for reduce it. I'm going to retreat, and I'm going to put my Kabuto in there. I'm going to go ahead and give him a point of energy, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and do a shell attack. Okay, looks like Art Girl's up. Let's see. Kind of have ownership over all this. Let's see what she's got planned for me for this turn. Got a strong looking bench. Alright, she's just kind of just hacking away at me, but it's effective so far. Okay, looks like I'm in a good spot finally. Go ahead and hit for 50, so that takes out Heatmore. So Art Girl's got to figure out what she's going to do for her active spot. Okay, she's going to put Growlithe in. That looks like a good move. And let's see what she's got in store for me this turn. Okay. Alright, looks like Art Girl's just got a very nice, comfortable fire deck going here. I'm going to play a Sabrina. She's got the Growlithe with 2 fire energies assigned to it. Well, let's see what she... Okay, so she swaps out one Growlithe for the other. A little bit of a benefit for me, at least 1 less energy. But the nice thing about that Growlithe is, look, at both of those energies needed are colorless. So fire is going to work perfect. Going to go ahead and put my other energy point. This Mankey Kabutop's deck is great. Low retreat cost, low energy all the way around. It really doesn't take much energy. You'll find that you'll have overabundance of energy. As a matter of fact, is if you keep playing and you get into the later rounds of a battle. All right. Okay, so she's attacking with Growlithe again. Wow, I finally see my first Primate. I was wondering if I was going to see one of those. I am going to go ahead and put the Primate down. Again, I'm trying to kind of narrate. I should have put that Primate on my injured Mankey. That's the whole intent behind it. But that said, I'm just going to go ahead and put another hit down on Growlithe. And that's 2-0. So, alright, Art Girl, you're not doing bad. Looks like you got a good little initial starter deck going. And you put Growlithe back out. Looks nice. Okay. Well, Growlithe is another just biting away at me. 2-0, and it looks like this will finish off this match. Thank you for the match, Art Girl. Well, guess I talked a little prematurely there. Okay, so this overall is one of my favorite decks. It is actually one of the decks I'm considering using for the consecutive 5-win event coming up. All right, thank you, Art Girl, for that match. All right, so let's see if there's anyone else out there to continue the stream with. Again, streaming is something that's I've just started working on, and so I know my subscribers, I haven't seen too many on for streaming, but I'm going to go ahead and just start another battle with Budget Game. See if anyone's out there. I've seen a number of people connecting in, listening in, dropping off. Just if there's anyone who wants to battle. Budget Game, Budgetgame. I'll give it a few attempts here. I'll see if it's working. I'll see if I have anyone else on, and if not, then I'll probably go ahead and wrap up. Again, for the channel this weekend, in about 2 hours and 40 minutes, I'll be having a video released that covers how my 9-language challenge went with the Venusaur drop event. I'll also look at how it went for me prior with the Lapras EX drop event and kind of compare the drop rates that took place. I'm sure most of all of you have realized that the drop rate on the Venusaur chase card is definitely harder. It's lower. It's definitely harder to get than the Lapras one. So I do cover all the details there, as well as showing both Lapras and Venusaur in all 9 languages. That video comes out in a couple hours. And then I've got a couple other videos in the works right now, kind of queuing up. One is on the consecutive 5-win event. That should be taking place pretty soon. And I'm going to give you my recommendations on which decks you could consider using. Maybe you want to think about using one of the meta decks. Maybe it's the Mewtwo Gardevoir. Maybe it's a Pikachu EX Raichu. Maybe it's kind of the new popular Charizard Arcanine. Also kind of cover some of the anti-meta decks. And then even some spicy options. And then at the end of that video, I'll give my top 3 recommendations on what you could try to do to have the best deck and give you the best chance possible to get through the 5 consecutive wins. So that video will be coming up this weekend as well. And I've got a couple more in the works. All right, so one more time. And if not, I think I'll go ahead and wrap up for tonight. I'll be doing these again as the channel grows and gets more live stream participation. Searching for opponent. A Budget Game, Budgetgame, all lowercase. Had a good number of battles with Nico. That was fun. Thank you, Nico. Okay, so with that said, I haven't been able to find any more matches. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this stream for tonight. Thank you I know I at least have one other person on right now, and I've had a number of individuals on. Thank you, everyone. Perhaps some of you are going to catch this afterwards, just as a regular video. I hope I've shared some helpful information, not only just about the battles and matches I was playing, but kind of about Pokemon TCG Pocket in general. I hope everyone has a good rest of the night or morning, and I'll talk to everyone soon. And as usual, let's battle.